Hey folks, Mike and McGee here. A lot of what you see on this channel is work related, and technically today's is work related as well, but we don't feel like this at all. What we're going to do today is refurbish our trot lines. If you remember, we ran some trot lines a while back and we lost a couple fish. Actually, for sure 3 broke our old leaders. We had them on there 10, 15 years. I don't even know how old my trot lines were, but I had monofilament. And those things after that long got brittle, and we had to really be careful not to lose our fish. So what we're doing is going all through. We cut every hook off, and so we're going back through and refurbishing them. I've got new leader. I've got these snap swivels that are going to help us to attach to our old line. Our old line still has the barrel swivels that we can easily attach to. Time we get done with this thing, we're going to have 3 swivels on each leader. I am taking barrel swivels, split rings, and I'm mounting them directly to my hooks. And what that's going to allow is if a fish gets the line wrapped around the main line, he is not ever going to be able to twist off. When you're going to all that much trouble to catch your bait, run your lines, you got a lot invested in this thing. You don't need fish getting off the hook. Let's get started getting this thing built, and we'll see what we got. We got all those swivels attached to those hooks, and we're pretty excited about that. So next we're going to get our strings cut for our leader lines. I went down to my local hardware store, and a good old buddy of mine that watches the channel sold me some, and I made a few out of it, and I appreciate you helping me find this, Mr. David up there at the hardware. But it wasn't exactly what I was looking for. I made these here with it, and it's just a twisted nylon, and I was wanting a braided nylon, something that would not unravel, because these catfish will unravel anything. So I got online and found a place called Sgt Knots, and I really like what they've got. They've got a huge selection. I mean, you don't have to get this little string, you can get all sizes. They specialize in this braided nylon. They were really helpful to me. So I'm going to leave in the descriptions of this video, I'm going to leave a link where you can go and find them. They were really nice to me. You know, if you need you some good braided twine nylon, it's the best in the world. So I'm going to just start cutting my pieces. These plier things that came with the split rings are amazing for cutting nylon twine. I just can't believe how well they do. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut my pieces and start tying them on. All right, I'm going to stop cutting string for a while and start doing some tying. First thing I like to do is get my what you call snap swivels tied on to one end. I got these online from a place called Amy Sports, and I probably won't leave a link, but you can look it up. And it is a special snap swivel that is ball bearing. Stainless steel, good for saltwater, freshwater, either way. So what I do is moisten the end, taper it down so it'll fit through the eye, and I pull it back on these short leaders like this, almost double. And then I just take my fingers on the string and just twist it around 7 to 8 turns, but it's not really that important how many. And then put that back through the hole. Probably hard for you to see, but back through the loop between the swivel and the twist, and then all you got to do is give some gentle tugs and it'll just tighten right up. And then you pull it tight. There's no way that a fish is going to pull that loose. and then I'll make up a bunch of these, and then I'll take my hook with the swivel on the split ring. I'll moisten it again, the other end, put it through the swivel, and do the same process. Twist it about 7 or 8 times, 6, it don't really matter. Get that loop opened up between the swivel and the twisted string. Put my end in, take a hold of it and give a couple gentle yanks. This is a slick, easy to pull string. Cinch it right up like that. Now you've got it. It's basically ready, but not completely. You want to trim these tags off like this. Just to finish it up, you're going to melt these ends where they're frayed. And once you get them melted, just dip them in water and they'll harden immediately. You are done at that point. Do both ends of it and you've got it. Just like that. Nylon melts together, forming a hard surface. So basically now this thing is done. And what I'm doing is I'm hooking them into this styrofoam right here, and they'll be ready to go when we are. Alright, that's how I went about redoing these. Now the way we normally do it is we have the hooks connected to the trot line, and when we go out we tie it on and do it all at once. And it's a little bit hectic with the hooks. They can kind of fly around, and in this boat they might hook somebody. We haven't had anybody really hook. But the new way that I'm going to do it, since I've got these rigged up the way I have with that snap swivel on there, I've got my trot lines completely disconnected from the hooks. So I'm hoping to rig up something in the back of my boat that'll work like this, and it can just unroll as I cross over the lake. Then once I get it safely tied across, I can go back and quickly hook these onto these. So all we have to do is undo these, and they just easily pop right on these barrel swivels. So in all actuality, you've got 3 swivels on each hook. There's no way a catfish is going to get tangled up. He can spin all day long and it ain't happening. So I am extremely excited about that. I would love to go set trot lines today, but I am so busy in the construction business. I've got way too many jobs promised, so I just have to work right now. But I do know for a fact that in September, me and my youngest son Caleb are going to repeat what we did last year. We're going to go to a remote lake with a canoe, and we're going to set a trot line. So be watching for that in September. It's coming. We caught some big catfish last year. Very nice, and that has got my blood is still boiling, wanting to catch some more of those. So we're going to do it. Be looking for it. If you want to build a trot line, I've got a trot line how-to video out there. I'll put it and the video with my son catching the catfish in the remote lake in the head of the comments, both videos. Go watch those. But until then, we hope you have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.